So was this still bounced or did people actually leave? I did not check, but everybody was already up, so it's probably fine. Oh, no, actually, it's okay, okay. 27 took Peplamor's place, but the rest stayed the same, I think. Okay, so Wonder Air Slot. What do you need to know about Wonder Air Slot? Well, you can, like, there are two types of builds. One type of build gets one mass extractor upgrade while, like, how to, like, okay, so like, it's obviously go Hydro Rush because it's so close. And there's one type of build that builds power generators and balances reclaim so that you make one mass extractor upgrade while building your air factory and assisting it and building the extra power generators. And there is the build that gets two mass extractor upgrades while doing the same thing. And basically these builds are not very different, but the one mass extractor build is lower build power than the two mass extractor build. And I like to use the one mass extractor build, but sometimes I manage to get a high build power two mass extractor build. It kind of depends on how synchronized my engineers are when reclaiming, and that sort of stuff. And I kind of no longer expect. Oh yeah, I have to requeue some things. Oh, oh. Yeah, I was kind of brain AFK while I was explaining this, so now I have to queue up the reclaim real fast and try not to have an idle engineer in my base. This can start upgrading. This can assist. Yeah, this is fine. This works somewhat. Oh, this was idle. Come back. Very cruel engineers. Not waiting for me to queue up my reclaim. Oh. These are broken, I wonder why. I hope there's no lab. There's probably a lab. I'm going to ignore it and regret it later. These are broken too. Yeah, so why am I mass stalling 30 mass? Well, basically, what happened is I kept my engineers at the hydro instead of letting them expand early on, and they assisted for just a little bit too long. And you can see how grave such a small build order mistake can be. But now that I already ruined it, I can at least explain how it would have worked if it worked out well. A 5 power generator second air with tree and rock reclaim and wreckage reclaim on one air slot can buy 2 mass extractor upgrades, upgrading at the same time. I only have 1 right now, and it can also operate 1 or 2 land factories. Now I'm getting 3 because I don't have the second mass extractor upgrade. And there's going to be many players who argue that 3 land factories for an air build on one is overkill. And I agree, but I know what I'm doing, so I ignore the other players. I'm doing what I'm doing because this is a very flexible build with 3 land factories. 2 land factories give you a lot better eco, but oh wow, they give you a lot better eco, but you aren't as flexible. And I don't think that I should be too serious about a 91% quality game in which I was ready to play against a 2000 rated player who is now a 1600 rated player. So I better hurry up and go for a fast snipe. Why not air factories for NG spam? Well, because of something I can't say because people may be watching the stream, but you're going to see it later. So blue going for a T2 Pigeon rush. That was actually a T2 ACU upgrade rush. That's interesting gameplay. You don't see this every day. Especially no units is it's very interesting. Very risky playstyle, but I like it. So this finished. Power for blue. Here's power for blue. Just have to wait on this power generator, then I can start playing. I guess I reclaim this and I'm no longer power stalling. Cannibalizing mass torch is a little painful. But what can you do? Maverick getting slaughtered by SpoonNoob. So my opponent is not bad, which means I need to at least scout to make sure he's not spamming swift winds while I'm spamming air to ground weapons. Because if he's spamming air to ground weapons, no, like if he's spamming swift winds, I have to kind of try to out intel him and cannot just move in blindly. Oh wow, he's actually losing. Jesus. I did not expect that. That's a lot. Oh, going straight for boom. I did not expect that. Well, he's not going to die, but one is connecting. Oh yeah, of course. Like, he's getting swarmed by 50 million tanks. He's got anti-air and he's pinging the 2 jesters, and if he dies, that's why. Because I did not shoot down the 2 jesters. That he lost another 8,000 HP to land units he doesn't care about. Whatever. He's going to make it. He will live. Ah, that's so much better. Interactive games. Playing just to hang out for the lols is one thing, but once in a while you gotta be a bit more tryhard. Or it's just not the same experience. Oh, boom is dying? Really? I love to see the ACU. Just gotta do the math correctly, because it's no fun if only one of them dies. He needs a bit more of a beating. Yeah, but this is going to be a beautiful synchronized firework. Yeah, so this turned out well because yellow is the guy who is out of the game after the RD. Purple is out of the game since the fail snipe, and the other two are dead. So easy. Yeah, rebuilding this, I guess. He's got the balls to go for T3 here. What? He was probably just not thinking. It's probably best to just hit the factory directly. He's seriously starting at GC. Don't be so harsh. Don't be so harsh. When you commit to a mercy snipe and it fails, that's just how it ends. The rating doesn't matter. More of this, please. So my opponent this time is MazorNoob, who likes to calm drop. He calm drops a laser ACU, he calm drops a gun ACU, and he makes Corsairs. He's the kind of guy who uses combined snipes. So he mixes the units from several categories and targets an enemy commander at the same time with land or ACU or air or the three at the same time. And chances are that the enemy gets the counter against one of the three, but the other two end up working. And that is how he gets very inexpensive, high risk, high reward kills. And I suppose my job this game is going to be counter what MazorNoob is trying to do with swift wins and good intel, and help out the team in case anyone loses. I have to snipe their opponent or airlift their ACU out. And that's sort of the game plan. And depending on what MazorNoob is going for, I may change that. So if MazorNoob is, for example, going for Razor's air build or rushing T3 gunships, I'd probably prolong my T2 stage, make lots of swift wins, and then get a slow Raz while I'm countering the gunships. I prepare my air build on high mass setup, rather than a pigeon low mass setup. So there's still some niche use for Raz builds, depending on what your opponent does. Not repeating my mistake from last game. This time the engineer is going. And I'm also getting the mass reclaim on the right side sooner. Okay, actually I did not repeat my mistake, but I made another, which is not reclaiming these trees before building this mass extractor. That's something I should have thought about. But the power stall was short, so it could have been worse. This time I'm going for the 2 mass extractors upgrade. And I'm trying to still get 2 land factories. So that's going to be more expensive. But if I have better reclaim, I can probably make it work. Now that's too soon. This one will have to get some rocks first, and the next one can start building the land factory. No transport. Yeah, I think this is working out because I still have some mass in the bank. I'm going to need like another 200 mass to make this work, 300 mass. These 2 rocks I need. And I'm just wondering if I will get them in time, but I hope so. Just putting 1 engineer inside the queue to be a bit more conservative with my power. These 2 rocks are coming in late, so I go for the small ones instead. Ah, I worked out perfectly. Look at this. 2 mass extractors. So good. And now I can take another 3 and tech them at the same time. This time yellow getting very fast T2. I only upgraded 2 at the same time. I could have gone for 3, I think. But I should still be ahead of my opponent. Nice dodge. Oh, it actually missed. Lucky guy. Connection loss. The enemy air player. No, that would be unfortunate. True, he's UEF. Could go for con drop or T3 gunships. I think T3 gunships is most likely. Finally some time for manual reclaim. Quick shower. There's no air on the left side, just on the right side. Actually, I have time for this. Pink needs power. I have power. That's going to be another quick game, I guess. I don't think MazorNoob is going to come. Oh. Oh. He is a little bit back. He's back. Yeah, he's back. So scouting the land players real fast, and there's going to be one scout over the air player. I can eco. 2 mixes actually. So when to upgrade mixes? Easy. 900 mass in the bank or a little bit of mass overflow means you can eco. I once got a really interesting question. How do you not forget looking at these? Well, man, there's nothing else going on. You can look at your eco. Yeah, right. Oh, he knows. He knows. Oh, I don't want to make torpedo bombers. That was a misclick. These are very expensive to do scouts, the torpedo bombers. Okay, time for slaughter. He's so desperate. He queued up an extra 4 land factories, air factories, 5 air factories, because he knows swift winds are coming. But I think it's too late. It is too late, my friend. So he's playing a T1 and T3 centric, and I'm playing T2 centric. These games typically end fast because it comes down to whether my snipe is successful or not. And if I fail, he's going to have T3 air unpunished. Cannot let this happen. For obvious reasons. Yes, going T3 air. I'll just go for this one, I guess. No need to be picky. Anyone is fine. He knows. So he's got T3 now, and he can either put it into gunships or he can make a T3 pigeon. And since he knows I've got swift wins, he is going to make a T3 pigeon. I already saw the engineer. So I got another couple of minutes until I need to get my T3 air, and I think this is fine. So reclaiming the base of the guy I killed. Assisting here a little bit. And Wismania has his first ASF. The region is not complete yet, so building this ASF is quite crippling for him. He's probably concerned about more gunships. I can kill the EO overcharge, I guess. Thing not many people know, swift wins are actually quite mass expensive and not so power expensive. Oh, did this not drop for some reason? I must have grabbed the engineers again by accident. That's very unfortunate. I really wanted to have this mass. I could probably go restos. I cannot quite afford them, so I have to go for at least one T3 power generator. He's going straight for the kill. Okay, that's not how it works, my friend. Wasn't he making flak? Ah, sirens, I guess. Close one. So he's trying again. I just don't know yet if it's a strat or a gunship. It's a gunship. I can handle a gunship. He knows. He knows. That's why I like playing with bros. They quit. Well, I guess this is not quite pro yet, but all of us are at least a bit tryhard. What a tryhard game. It seems like Morax is in funny mood today, and Xerxes is obviously ill. This is actually not broken. Is a part of it broken? A part of it is broken. I went to the left side before going to the right side. I guess on this version of Wonder, that's actually a mistake because of where the reclaim is located. On Wonder Open it would have been fine. Yeah, look at this. It's certainly a mistake, because when you go to the right side first, then all engineers on the left side and the right side arrive at the same time, and you start overflowing mass. He wants the strong Aurora, and that beats GodKngXerxesNoob and Air and T2PD. Morax. Surely nobody is going to see that. Is it a good idea to make 3 land factories against farms? I wonder. Does he want me to scout, really? Best thing is oh, this game is already too creative for me. Yeah, I like how he calculated this attack for the 600 HP pigeons, but the F pigeons are 760. Hmm. That's actually super bad for us. Yeah, of course. It's going to come down to Xerxes' attack. It was never an opportunity to begin with. I like this, but it could work. Xerxes needs to not get Janused. Wow. Okay. So he can drop some of his spider shits. And I need to stay careful because we are talking about farms here. Brutal. But people are going to ask strange questions if I lose this now, so I better don't. Slight improvement from last game. Secret D3 mix. Ah. There we go. I like it how I had scouts on every corner and he just went through the middle. Yeah, I kinda missed it. It's super late.